and going forward. As a cake vendor, I'm entertaining different options. For me, consultations, I've been doing them on phone or video chat. I haven't been doing any consultations starting Monday in my office. I was doing it the week before, but we ended on Monday and started to do it more of a virtual consultation, and it's been going great. The brides love it. They're able to still come on here and ask me questions, and we're still able to still plan and prep ahead. I have too, I've been doing not taking the full retainer on just to help these brides that are coming on for 2021. Just getting them to put down a small soft deposit just to secure their date, because they are worried. They're like, listen, I've been following you all my life. I need you. I don't want my date to go. What can you do for me? And I've been willing to do it for them because I do understand everybody's going through something right now. Yes, be collect. That is so true. I was even telling Mimi yesterday, who is also going to be doing bun cakes from Lux Cakery and doing delivery. People are looking for these treats still. Like, I would love to have me a vanilla rum bun cake right now. Trust me, delivered to my door. So, come up with different ideas. The mason jars and the cake, and you can do non-touch delivery where you can leave it at people's front door if you don't want to be in contact with people. We got to think about different ways that we can get through this as each vendors. There's so many different innovative ideas and options that are out there that we can all jump on board with. So that is a good, that's a good feedback, Ellie. Thank you for that. We appreciate that. Yes, we're like date night. Listen, man, if I could do that right now, I'll do that right now. I'll be like, I just told my nephew I felt like a lemon cake, and I really wanted lemon cake, but I didn't want to go in the kitchen and bake. So if I could order it or get it delivered, that would be awesome. So I think you have some great options out there, the things that you can do. I know when it comes to consultations with them, it's kind of different, but what are you doing, Lauren? You said that you kind of signed off and haven't been really booking dates for new clients and inquiries, but if people are reaching out to you, what are you doing in that place?
So for me, on my 1023 side, I push for emails, period. I have done that for the longest. I have, for me, it's better to have written communication, written notes. This is exactly what you want. This is exactly what I'm going to do. This is the date. So on my 1023 side, I'm pretty much taking it the same way. There's actually only a very few planners I actually speak to, which two of them are right here. So like my phone number, like back in the day, they called my phone number the bat line because only mayors get it. And it was actually Ellie B, who B Collective down there, who one day told me like, you need like a business phone line so people can actually call you. And I'm like, I don't want people to call me. And she's like, but you still need a line. And I went that day and registered, or like that within a couple of days, I went and registered, got a phone number. But I still, only a few people have my number just because communication gets lost. So on my 1023 side, I'm straight. Like Eliana, Ellie B Collective, she calls me regularly. We check in on each other. Right. Melisa calls me. She has my number. So 1023, I'm good. Everything stays the same. Venue side, I am going to do virtual tours. I made a few posts of just me in the venue, basically twirling on a video, so you could see. It's one big giant room, so you get an idea real quickly. Yes. For that, I will do I still say Skype, even though I do not use Skype, but I will do a face-to-face call with them if they want to. But a lot of them don't mind an email. So anytime I can push to email, I really do. Okay. So luckily, I don't have too many clients that even demanded it before. Like most of the time, even a lot of times when I had tours here, if I wasn't available, Gerald was here and he opened the door for me, like unlocked the door. The people walked around and they left and emailed me after, like, any questions. So I kind of set myself up to where I don't have to be too present because I am always busy with actual work. And I set myself up like that on purpose. Like 100% I did that from the beginning like that. So that's what I'm doing. But one thing I want to say to people, who are dealing with that is that this should be a wake-up call to you that you should have already have had virtual conferences in place.
Yes.
Because meeting with people and having consultations are extremely expensive. Like, you don't feel like they're expensive because it's like free, but that time involved, if you're meeting at a restaurant, if you're meeting here, like there's so many different factors. And it's not to say it's not needed, period, because there's a time and a place for it.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I've seen people, like, I'm friends with, you know, a lot of planners, and I see them like stressing out trying to get to a meeting to maybe book somebody. So you should have already have had vetting in place.
Yes.
If you don't, now you really should, because you have a lot of time to get that done. And now you're forced to technically vet through your consult.
Exactly.
So get that in place if you don't already, and have this set up. Like, this is so easy to have a face-to-face if there's nothing people need to touch and feel and da-da-da-da-da. But I don't want you guys to lose it completely, because I have a love-hate relationship with technology. I think it's very important and we should utilize it properly. Just not go overboard with it. It's a, like I said, it's a love-hate relationship I have with technology.
Yeah, I agree. And that's one of my key things in my page or my philosophy. When brides go to my page or something that they see, one of the key things that I definitely require is a phone consultation first before we even do an in-person meet. It's a way for you to get a feel of the person, vet out that client before you even introduce them to come into the office, to find out whether or not it's good, if it's beneficial or not. I'm not just saying that it's not, but you cut out a lot of the legwork when you have that in place, because then you can have all these questions answered, and if you feel like they may not be the perfect fit, or you can eliminate that process as you go along. So I always do a phone consultation first. I also do like a video chat if they're like, a lot of my brides are also destination brides, so I like to do a video chat as well. So I do that, and then if you say, Melissa, I really want to come in the office, I'm ready to really sit down and move forward, then I bring you into my office and we have a full-on consultation. We start talking and powwowing about design, concept, and everything else. So I agree, we definitely need to get into that whole new tech, because listen, people, we need to get past this and start getting to the virtual stuff, because technology is growing and it's evolving every day. There's different ways that we can use technology to elevate and grow. So we definitely have to take the time to learn these different resources that are out there for us that we can utilize, these platforms that are there for us, that can educate us. And, you know, Bill, somebody was just saying in a question here that we should be doing classes as a way that we can, us as experts, offer classes to the ones that are coming into the industry. And so I get people reach out to me all the time. They want to be a part of my team. Am I willing to mentor them? And my girls are all interns that became full-time. I am big on mentoring. I'm big on giving back and sharing my knowledge and giving that kind of feedback. So, you know, you can reach out to us and we'll be willing to, you know, share that knowledge in any way that we can. We are big supportive of educating and also providing resources to vendors. I mean, sometimes I can't do the weddings because I have dates booked. So I refer to other vendors, you know.
Right.
So these are things that we do to kind of help each other out. It's just being able to refer each other, being able to start big relationships. You know, these platforms are there for us to kind of like network together. I remember when we were like I came from a whole technology line. I started from Apple, being a creative for them for 5 years, went to Apple, went to NBC, came down to Comcast here. Like, I was there. So for me, technology is like an easy breeze, you know, for me. But there's something that is crucial, sorry. I think the sangria getting to me right now. It's crucial to me is that we are able to utilize all of these different resources that are there for us. We have to network. Network is key. Building relationships is key. Oh my God, we learned coming all the way from New York, and the relationship has never died. Like, I text her at wee hours at night and we talk and we sit on the phone for a few. So it's just like, you know, you have to be able to continue to build those kind of relationships, and that's exactly how you're going to make it in this industry. It's all about networking.
Right. And, you know, this is a great time, although we can't see each other face to face. This is a great time to get to know some people. So,
agreed.
I don't want to say don't consume yourself like with stalking someone to get to know them, but this is a good time with like, you know, let me reach out. I don't technically know a whole lot about you. I will tell you, last week I got to know somebody I knew.
Right.
And I already like loved her. She's a great person. And I feel so close with her now that, and there's actually, it was one of those things where I already cared about her. I already knew her. We were cool. You know, I didn't know her. So this is a good time to like connect with other human beings. Like this is it. Like this is our, hey, God is like, hey, go sit in the corner. Think about everything you've done. Think about everything you need to do.
Right.
Just sit in your room. Figure this out. Like, try some new things. Like this is literally that, and that's how I'm taking it. Like this is your time. So that's another assignment. I'm giving you guys assignments. I love giving assignments. So I'm a big goal person. If you guys know me, I always have like a giant list of everything. And I used to be like my natural spirit is an educator. I love sharing and teaching. I think it's so important. So I'm always giving assignments. So as you talk to me, you're going to get tons of assignments. So another assignment is going to be just that. So I already told you to like reach out to some people. Right. You guys are paying attention. I need you to reach out to 3 people, right?
Right.
But I want you to also reach out to 3 people that you know well. So this is 6 people. This is not difficult. 6. That you know well, but be like, I want you to ask them like a random question that you don't know about them. Like maybe it's just like, does she have kids? Like you might talk to somebody every day and not know if they have kids or how many kids. There you go. Because we're such a Facebook, IG community that we are tight. Like you might send me a birthday gift. You know my birthday, you know my kids because I post them. And it's like, I was going to say, where does she live? But obviously if you sent me some from her birthday, but you get what I'm saying. Like we know people, but we don't know people. So that's 6 people I'm asking you to reach out to. 3 you don't really talk to. 3 you know, but you don't technically know as much as you think. And I know in your head you're like, you know what? I know. Like, especially when I said if somebody has kids, like, like how are they doing in school? Now I will say, don't start any conversations you don't want to hear the answer to. Like, you know that you know, don't ever ask a question you don't want to know the answer to. But be genuine. I think genuine conversations are great right now, and I think this is our time. But networking, if there's business people on here, business, like network. This is a lot of us are slow. A lot of us are trying to brainstorm, come up with ideas. You guys can do brainstorming together. And like for me, it's difficult for me sometimes to brainstorm. Obviously, I'm not going to brainstorm for ideas with someone who does exactly what I do, but sometimes I do want to talk to somebody who does what I do. And for me, sometimes that's difficult. Like people who do what I do don't want to share with me. Well, I'm an open book. Like I've had other laser people, they'll be like, hey, I have a question. I hope it's not weird. And there was one in particular who one day DM'd me and was like, hey, can you call me? And I was like, this is weird because they've never communicated with me, but they had a question. I'm sure they didn't want me to screenshot it or something, that they're asking for help. But I want that. I want to be able to know, like, you do lasering too. I need you. Like, I want to learn and grow with you. I want to know how you do what you do, because when I can't complete something, I know how you do it. I know you do it to my standards. That has happened to me multiple times. So one year when we had the hurricane and we got displaced, before our hurricane hit, it hit like over in Texas. So I reached out and helped some other people who do lasering. Actually, somebody was there's like a person in New York and 2 in Texas. So I was doing their laser work for them, line shipping it to their clients. And I'm going to tell you, I only charge them either my material cost, so they still kept their profit,
Right.
Or if what they paid, let's say what they paid doesn't cover my material cost.
Right.
Because like the one in particular, to this day, I still don't understand how they're in business the way they charge so low, and I know how much material costs. But because I know she didn't charge enough anyway, I didn't charge her what I needed to charge for the material.
Right.
But I did that to help her keep her business afloat, where it doesn't look like it skipped a beat.
Right.
I mean, she was in, like, we were in a panic. It was like that next week or that next whatever, we had a hurricane here. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have anybody I can reach out to for help. So we had to figure out ways to make magic.
Right.
But for me, that's important. Like, the person I was helping is technically the person I would have asked for help, but she was already down.
Right.
So
it's
having other people, and not just one or two people. I wanted a network. I literally would love a network of people, quote unquote, like me, who do what I do. So we can literally tag team, buy material in bulk. Like,
yep.
There's no harm in it.
Yep. There's
community
no
over competition, like, for real.
Yeah. One thing I want to do before we wrap up, because I think we have about 10 minutes on here before they cut us off. I want you to show the people, especially the brides on here, some of your amazing work, okay? Because, girl, listen, man, if you have not followed Ten23, you need to. Lauren does all of my brides' acrylic work, all of them, every wedding, okay? So you guys see how loyal and dedicated I am to all my vendors. She does every one of my weddings, and I'm telling you, hands down, my clients keep those acrylic work as keepsakes, and I'm telling you, they love it. I have my showroom right now with a few pieces, but I want to have her show you a few of her stuff, like her table numbers, her charger stuff. I wanted to show you guys a few before we wrap up.
So I'm going to show you some pieces. Then these are all wedding pieces, which can also be used as home decor after the wedding. And just so you know, the stuff I'm about to show you is pretty rough, because these have been my sample pieces. Like, I can tell you, this has been one of my sample pieces for years and years and years, to where I actually ship this out. Like, some planners would be like, hey, can I borrow something? This and what I'm about to show you has been through the mail and transit so many times, and as you can see, like, it's still used. Like, it's but it's, so I do a lot of, I think all of your brides, I automatically do a table sign, which this sits at their head table. And the awesome thing is it can sit on like your nightstand or whatever at home. I love things that can also be home decor.
Yes.
And then I make a lot of her clients, and I do custom designs. These are just some of my, what I call classic designs, are the charger plates.
Right.
And these are cool. So like, I had a bride who did the 2 charger plates for the sweetheart table, and then they came back maybe like a couple months after their wedding and asked if they can have 2 more, because for their table at home, they have like their table, one of their tables set with 4 things. Yes. So they have these set now on their table at the house, which is really cool.
Yeah.
The napkin rings, to me, are one of my favorites.
Lauren, those napkin rings, the acrylic ones, OMG, you know I'm putting my order in. But I've been talking about that. Like, you guys, if you really want to be innovative, like really different at your wedding, these are some of the things that you can implement in your wedding decor. Lauren, I give her all freedom and creativity. She can tell you. I really just say, Lauren, this is the theme, this is the color, do your thing. And she does her thing.
And the thing is, like, it's not that expensive. So we could put together a full-blown package with all of this acrylic personalized things, typically under $250, where you're having, and I can't remember, you have like one of your bills in particular that is like 1, 2, 3 of the items. It's like a regular thing. Like, it's not that much, and we could put together full-blown packages for you. And then again, you have home decor. Of course, we do like the table numbers, and then even custom table numbers where we, you know, this is printed to match their design.
Right.
See the later, but I've thought about that. So, you know, that's another thing that you can have. And then like right now, just because we're not doing as much wedding stuff, everything is kind of on hold. I will tell you, I am doing a lot of like home decor and business things right now. If you are a business owner without a business logo sign, hit me up. Like I might have a goal to do 10 by the end of the month for 10 different business owners. So I need business owners to please, 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 please hit me up. Send me your PNG of your logo file and let's make some signs. And it helps us both because you're getting a logo sign. I'm getting an order. And of course, home decor. We do a lot of the kids' names, which
yes, those are all on my
for the
walls in
wall.
my house, people. My name is all on the wall and stuff. I'm sorry. It is. I love it. It's just a great way to create. And even if you have like a baby that's coming, like, oh, congratulations, Paulette. My baby shower that we just did. She had her baby on Saturday. I saw the baby yesterday. So congratulations throughout this time. But if you have a nursery or something that you're trying to decorate, these are great signs you can put over your crib, all that stuff. It's awesome, people. So my bride's on here filling up the feed, talking about, I want that sign, Melissa. I got you guys. I got you, Cassandra. I got you, Natasha. All of you guys, we got you covered, okay? When you show me the pillows, oh my God, Lauren, let me show. I wish I was home. I'll show them my pillows in my couch.
But look, those can have your wedding monogram. Use them at the house.
Yes.
You use them at your wedding in a lounge. Use them for whatever. But we also do the logos on them. So like, this is my old logo. But like, there's so many things that we could still do and get you guys like hooked up. Let's get your businesses right. Let's get your homes cute.
Yeah.
And if you go to my page right now, even you'll see all the home decor stuff I've been working on because I have been home more. So we can still, you know, totally. You know,
we will jazz it up. We got you. I'm telling you right now, guys, you won't be disappointed. Lauren just did also the wedding that we just did at Levon with a Drunken Love sign, which was a huge hit on our flower wall. Oh my God, everybody was in front of that wall, from the champagne wall to the flower wall, taking pictures the whole night. I'm telling you, these are great ways to kind of implement your personal feel. Lauren would tell you, I don't like to do what everybody else is doing. And my brides would tell you. I'll come and say, let me hear what your vision is like. What are you thinking about your wedding? So we can custom and create. And see, look at that.
So like even like this is their logo. I did it on the napkins, the cocktail stirs. You know, you could have cute little accents that really don't have to break your budget. Of course, if you want like 500 of these and 2,000 of these, your price is going to go up. But the thing is, like I tell brides that want to purchase some things but don't have the huge budget, is like Melissa does, get the fundamentals. This and that, those charger plates, a set of 2 charger plates and this, you're going to be under $250. I don't remember what the total is, but I know you're under $250.
Yeah, it's always around like $250 something or $260 something.
Right, and that's
with shipping and design fee. It's always around that price, and that's like your table sign and your charger plates for you and your fiance.
Right. So there's a lot we can do, and now's the time to work on it because I'm going to tell you guys this. For my brides that are having to reschedule and we're waiting to do their orders until we know their dates, they're excused from what I'm about to say. But at the end of the day, there's rush fees. Now, if you have Melissa planning for you, you probably won't have rush fees because she hits it. She does such a good job. But at the end of the day, when someone calls me on or messages me on Thursday that they need something delivered on Friday, there are rush fees. And there's reasons behind there, blah, 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 blah. But right now is your time to avoid rush fees. You can get everything with basic shipping right now. Mm-hmm. Like every single invoice I sent out today had basic shipping on it. Like that never happens.
Right.
Like, you're not paying any rush charges, rush fees. You're not paying any extra shipping fees. Like this is the time to really be serious about things that you want. And some vendors are even giving discounts because, you know, we're in a situation where we need orders. So like the logo signs, for instance, I'm discounting some of my logo signs right now because I need orders to stay alive. So I believe in paying somebody full price, but when they're offering a discount to move something, like this is when it's going to happen.
Yes. This is what now is the time, quote unquote, for you guys to really get in on getting your stuff either, you know, pre-ordered. You know, get in and put your order in. Bells, I know Cassandra and Brandon is on here because they've been blowing up the feed line. She already got your design that we created on the computer yesterday, and she's about to start working on that. So this is what I need. We need to be able to start getting you guys to put it in. And know my brides all got emails this morning letting them know that we will be back on track on Monday, putting in these orders. These are your custom stuff that we'll start working on. If you want to do your logo, your monograms, your seating chart, your tape, all that, welcome signs. She does every one of my work. This is the lady here, okay? So you're in amazing hands, from your wedding planner to 1023. We know we have you guys on here, and you guys have been so amazing. Natasha, I sent you an email in the group this morning. If you didn't get it, I'll send it again.